Hoop show, run the plate, baby.
Network.
Network. No daily shows anymore, but on Thursdays, every Thursday around this time, me and Phil will be live covering the NBA. Phil, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, bro. It's been a busy couple weeks, but hey, I'm good. I'm chilling. How you been, bro? How you been?
I've been good, bro. I mean, we got that Trae Young thing on Twitter. Quick,
Oh man.
but let's save that for the end. Honestly, the people are
Oh,
here for
for
our
real?
power forward list, bro. And I think this is gonna be a long ass episode because these lists, bro. I am telling you, like, I'm not even that confident in my list. Like, this shit is competitive.
I'm not either, bro, because I feel like the people I'm gonna put in the places they are either gonna go under or gonna go over.
Okay.
Surprisingly, like I'm not gonna lie, that's all I think it is. I'm not gonna be surprised with I'm gonna be for real. I may not get that mad. I may not.
Okay.
I may
Okay.
not. I think it'll matter. I think it'll matter about the top 10. I think that's all.
The top 10 is where I'm like, there's a dude outside of my top 10 that I would have told you is for sure a top 10 player. There
Oh,
might
for
be
real?
fucking 4 dudes outside of my top 10 that I feel like are top 10 guys. Um, but we'll talk. I don't know if you got this guy in the top 10. I feel like you feel differently about it.
I think
But
1 through 15 was decent. Everything else below was like, what the hell?
1 through 15 was 1 through 16. I feel like is a great tier. But let's kick this off, man.
All right.
I didn't tier mine, but if I were to tier mine, right, number 30 and 29 are in a tier of their own. For me,
I should have done that.
my 30 is Sam Hauser.
Yep.
My 29, we might disagree. I have Harrison Barnes.
Oh, okay. I'm not mad at that one because I have him just a little bit higher, but it's not crazy.
Yeah.
I just like Harrison Barnes a little bit more than the other guy that was listed at the power forward that I have at 29. But yes, at 30 I have Sam Hauser. At 29 I actually have Dylan Brooks here.
I got Dylan Brooks higher, which is
Okay.
I think we disagree on that. But why you a Dylan Brooks hater? I mean, I know why.
All right, if he was at the 3, I would have had him maybe a little bit higher, depending on what other players are there at the 3. But with him, I just don't see him at the 4, and I don't understand why the Suns would want to play him at the 4. Like at the
voice.
I mean, you have Rasheer Fleming and you have all the like Kama Maluwatch or something. Like I feel like you could at least just keep him at the 4, at the 3, and then have him do his thing there. But I don't like him at the 4 because what is he? He's 6'4", 6'3".
I don't know, but he's strong. I like him because I see the 3, I see the D, pause, and the playmaking. Like those are just 3 essential things for an NBA player to have. I feel like when he was younger, he did a lot of jackass things, take a lot of jackass shots and shit like that. But right now, I don't see that as much. I feel like in Houston, I got a lot of respect for Dylan Brooks, so I got Dylan Brooks a little bit higher. But I'm not mad at those two. Who do you got right above them? What's like your tier looking like?
At number 28, I have Keegan Murray, and at number 27, I have Harrison Barnes. At 26 to finish off my tier, I have Bilal Coulibaly here, sadly, only because he is now injured, and I feel like it's going to be a rough start for him because, well, actually, I don't see the Wizards messing with him really there. I don't see him like being offered anywhere, but I still feel like that's going to mess with a little bit of his playing time, depending on what player goes off. Cam Whitmore, Chris Middleton, you never know. So I think it might crush him a little bit or mess with him or his chances, so I have him at 26.
Yeah, I mean, in Washington, they got dudes that'll take your job for sure.
Oh,
so missing time could be scary, and I could see him being the type of guy that does get traded to a contender at a point because he kind of doesn't. I mean, how old is Coulibaly? Lakers?
He's 22 or 23.
Hey, check. You guys got young Coulibaly, bro. Y'all got Adu Thiero.
Bro, I actually really like Adu Thiero. I'm so hyped to see him on October 3rd and see how he plays. I hope he's healthy, though. He is
21.
Oh, Lakers, pay attention to this man. The Wizards like trading with us. The Wizards like trading with us, too. So, by all means.
Like trading with the Wizards, though, after what happened.
Wait, what you mean?
After Russ?
But let's be for real. That was... I think the only one player we regretted trading was KCP. The picks, okay. For at the time what Russ could do, I feel like that was a fair deal for what he could do.
I agree.
But like, yeah, it didn't end up well with the Lakers, and the Russell Westbrook trade looks like, oh crap, you messed up. But let's be for real. The only thing we missed was KCP.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Ain't Bilal the same age as Wemby, bro? It just feels like, I'm gonna be honest. I said they could trade Bilal because it feels like Bilal has been in the league for so fucking long. Like he's only been 2 seasons. He's going into his third, but it just feels like he doesn't fit this age gap. Am I the only one that feels like that?
Low key, I thought he was like 24 or 25.
I thought he was like 23, but I don't know. All these dudes are 18 anyway.
Yeah.
You never know, but yeah, I don't think the Lakers are getting him. I could see like, I don't even know, some team that has young assets. They could send him to the Thunder, bro. He would fit nice in OKC. I would bump him up in OKC. Let's start flipping them assets. Let's keep this thing going. You said till 26.
Yeah, my 30 through 26. That was my first year.
Okay, I'll restart. 30, Sam Hauser. 29, HB. 28, this might come as a surprise. I have Tobias Harris.
Oh, okay.
27, I have Jabari Smith, and 26, I have John Collins.
John Collins?
Bro, and this is what I'm saying. This feels tough for me. Where this list in general. Like, Jabari Smith and John Collins were 2 guys that I was thinking about. Like, I know Jabari's not in a new situation, but KD there I think is going to open a lot up for Jabari Smith. He just hasn't really proven nothing yet. And John Collins, it was pretty ugly in Utah, but with Harden, I think he's going to have a huge jump this season too. I just personally like all the other guys more than him, if I'm being honest. I know Pierre's not going to like that because we got a Hawks fan in here. Oh, Jabari. Bro, Jabari Smith to me just hasn't proven anything. I've been waiting. I mean, if you look at his draft class, Chet and Paolo are in that top tier, you know? Where is Jabari? And he was supposed to be one of them ones. He was
Go ahead.
When the day of the draft, there was reports that Jabari Smith was going number 1 over Paolo. You know, people liked him because of the prospect of having a 7-footer who could shoot and play defense. And sure, he could do that, but it's just not at the level as some of these other guys that are in a different tier, in my opinion.
But you got to remember, Pierre is an Auburn fan.
Yeah.
And Jabari Smith Jr. came from Auburn, so no matter what, he's definitely going to be. But I am not mad at the Jabari Smith Jr. thing, also because I have him on my next tier pretty low. So, I mean, it's going to happen. He's playing next to Kevin Durant, just like you said.
I think that'll help him, though. Because their top scorer was Jalen Green last season, I think Kevin Durant's going to open things up. But he hasn't shown me enough for me to feel like we need to start talking about him more.
Yeah.
He's a cool role player. What's your next tier looking like?
All right.
I just want to get to the top 10, man.
No, I get you. We'll fly through. Tier number 3, this is 25 through 16. 9 players. 25 through 16. Number 25, Tobias Harris. Number 24, Tumani Kamara. Number 23, Jabari Smith Jr. Number 22, Matas Buzelis. Number 21, OG Anunoby. Number 20, Miles Bridges. Number 19, Paul George. Number 18, John Collins. Number 17, Jimmy Butler, the third. And number 16, Lauri Markkanen.
God damn, you have Jimmy Butler low. Jimmy Butler was the guy I was talking about that I just feel like should be higher. Just because he
should.
I think Jimmy's gonna have a bounce back year next year. I'm gonna lead off with that. I don't have him super high or nothing like that, but I just think the way last year was can't be what Jimmy Butler is. His game doesn't take a lot of athleticism. It's a very feel type of game, and that Warriors system I feel like is the hardest system to adapt to. So having a full offseason with that I think is gonna benefit him greatly. Let me shit on you for a second because you know I'm gonna.
Okay.
How is Miles Bridges over OG? And I'm not even an OG guy.
With OG, like, I love his defense. I love it. But I don't know if that's going to be enough to have, like, for me to have him over Miles Bridges. And it's not like it's a wide gap. It's just that I think Miles Bridges is just going to be that much better, like, as an all-around player than OG. Because once again, I love OG's defense, but everything else, I think Miles Bridges is going to do a little better at.
So offense.
Yeah. Well, offense, rebounding, and playmaking.
My argument against that would be OG is probably a top 12 defender in the league, top 15 defender in the league. Can you hear that when my computer does that?
Yeah, but it's okay. It'll happen.
I gotta figure out how to turn that off. I think he's like a top 12 defender. I feel like you can't really have those conversations about my bad.
Pure. Laurie should be higher. I like him a lot.
I don't think Miles Bridges' offense is as good as OG's defense. And I think OG's offense is a lot better than Miles' defense. Miles Bridges is a bad defender, bro.
He's a decent defender. I'll give him that.
Be a decent defender.
He's a decent defender.
No, it's like Minnesota Wiggins, bro. Minnesota Wiggins had all the tools to be a good defender, and he wasn't. And then he got to Golden State, and they did something to him. I don't know if he had that Michael Jordan secret stuff or whatever to get that midi and that defense up.
He played next to Draymond. That's what happened. He learned he can get away with anything and started hitting people.
Maybe. But yeah, I also agree with. I mean, I'm not too big of a Laurie guy, but even I would take Laurie over Miles Bridges too.
Well, I mean, I do have him over Miles Bridges.
Oh, I thought you had Miles Bridges over Laurie and OG. Who would you have over? Like,
no, I only have Miles Bridges over OG.
Who else was under him? Who was like the two?
Matas, Buzelis.
That one I don't like either. If we're projecting the end of next year, I don't see how that could be the case.
I just don't see Matas Buzelis right now better than Miles Bridges. And I don't know if he'll be better than Miles Bridges going into next season and finishing. I think Miles Bridges is actually going to take off.
That's how you feel. I think Miles Bridges has been a guy. Fuck, man. I think he's one of the guys that's benefited from a great, like, not having a lot around him. Let me turn this off. This will do it.
Oh, you about to like Anthony, you good? Yo, what's good? How you doing, David? Right now we're trying to wait on Anthony to come back. But I'm sticking with Miles Bridges. I'm not saying he's leagues better than OG Anunoby, Matas Buzelis, Jabari Smith Jr., Tamani Kamara, and Tobias Harris, but he, to me, is just a better all-around player than all of those guys. I'm going to stick with it.
Okay.
There he is. Okay.
All good? Yeah, I just bought a VPN. So I mean, allegedly bought a VPN so I could watch wrestling on Netflix. Whatever, fuck it. So that's what's making all that noise.
Yeah, it'll happen, man.
Whatever. Sorry, who'd you have right? Oh, I remember. I think Miles Bridges has benefited from being on a shit team and having all the opportunity in the world. I think Miles Bridges, honestly, is probably a bench forward on a good team. I don't believe in him that much. And I guess I could go into my next section. 25, I have Keegan Murray. 24, I have Miles Bridges.
Got you.
23, I have Dylan Brooks. 22, I have Paul George. 21, I have Tumani. 20, I have Koulibaly. 19, I have Laurie. 18, I have AG. 17, I have Matas. And 16, I have OG.
Okay, that's not bad. We kind of have the same players except for Aaron Gordon. But Aaron Gordon's on my next tier.
There we go. I'm going to turn my computer down. Maybe that'll help. Perfectly put for me. Okay. Thank you, Per. I appreciate that. Let's go one by one, bro.
All right, from 15 and so on.
I feel like this is a tier of its own. I feel like all these guys are elite players. I feel like 15 through 1, you could make an argument for all these guys being top 10.
All right, let's do it. At number 15, this is where I have, sadly, I'm sorry, Pierre, Kristaps Porzingis.
That's not far from where I have him, but okay.
I'm sorry. I think he will be good, but there's so much talent there that I still feel like he's going to be a little bit worse than his Celtic self. Just a little bit.
I think he could be he just dropped a touchdown. No, don't say that.
Josh Allen!
No, he dropped a touchdown.
Oh, never mind.
I gotta just worry about this later. I gotta lock it. Yeah, I think he could be in a similar situation. I think the injuries kind of scare me. and that's the big thing with him. If he's sick or something like that, like they were saying at the end of last year, then I think that could carry over. But I'm rooting for Porzingis, and if Porzingis becomes that top 10, top 5 power forward, I think they should start him at center, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But if he could be in this tier of player or upper tier player like that Porzingis we saw maybe in not in New York, but like maybe Dallas those couple years. Was he an all-star in Dallas or no? All-star in New York.
No, I think because he got hurt, maybe.
He had a good year in Washington, I remember too, an underrated year.
He had a
Like
very good year in Washington.
we need that Porzingis back. But my 15, I'm Michael Porter Jr.
Whoa,
I've got him
actually,
here
it's not too low.
just because of empty stats. I was looking at the players above him, and I'm like, I would rather have all these guys. I just think Michael Porter Jr. is in a better situation than all these guys. So he's going to be putting up a lot of numbers. He may average 25 and 10 next season with 0 assists, but I'm not going to let that make me feel a type of way about him as a player because I don't think he's that amazing of a basketball player. I'm rooting for him. Go out there and be great. And I think I got a hot take, Phil, if you'll let me have one.
Get 25 wins. Go for it.
I think Cam Thomas is the better player. I think Cam Thomas is the best player in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think that's a bad take. I think it'll be Cam Thomas mainly and then Michael Porter Jr. as his, like, really good Robin. Yeah. That's what I see it as. But I see, like, you know, Cam Thomas average whatever, like 22, 23. And then Michael Porter Jr., he has, like, 20 with 9 or 10 rebounds. Like, I could see that.
Fair. Yeah, I'm with that. What's your 14 looking like?
Number 14. This is where I have Julius Randle.
I'm not mad at it.
I low-key was thinking about this because I was like, maybe he should be a little higher, but I really like the other guys above him just a little bit more. I feel like they're just going to be a bit better as a power forward than him.
I agree. I have Julius Randle a little bit higher. I think Julius Randle's just started putting it together near the second half of the season in the playoffs and stuff like that. So I'm ready for a full Julius Randle. I think Julius Randle was in those top 10 conversations before New York shipped him off. And now I think he's going to be right back to that. So I have him a little bit higher.
I think how he performed in the playoffs had me like a little bit more of like that's the reason why I was like, maybe I should raise him a little higher, but I just like these other guys more.
Not mad at it. I know there's a dude you love that I'm looking at right now, but my 14 is Porzingis. I'm with you. We don't have to talk much about this one. I feel like we're kind of in the same boat about him. What's your 13?
You're like, yeah, we already talked about it. We good.
I want to get to the top 10. No need to waste everybody's time.
At 13, this is where I have Aaron Gordon. And the reason why I have him over Julius Randle is because I just really like the fact that Cameron Johnson is there. They have Jamal Murray there. And he's going to be the guy that's going to be able to fully be like anywhere he wants to be. Like he doesn't have to be the prime, like he doesn't have to worry about 3-point shooting or spacing the floor that much because that's going to be Cameron Johnson, who is known for that. He's one of the best spot ups in the league. He's going to be able to go anywhere around the floor. He's going to be able to wreak havoc. He's going to be able to make plays because he was really good at passing the ball. I want to say after they won the championship too, I think the only problem was the whole Michael Porter Jr. He was in, he was out, and he had to take a lot of that responsibility where he had to turn into it like a floor spacer. But the fact that they have a Cameron Johnson, the fact that they have a Tim Hardaway Jr., the fact that they have more floor spacers where him and Jokic can actually get rebounds, make plays, do this, I think he's going to be so good next year. So good.
I like him as a playmaker. I think that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game. Fairly sneaky with that. Do you think this is – I'm not asking to test you or nothing.
Okay, what's up?
You think the Nuggets would rather have Aaron Gordon or Julius Randle?
I'm going to go with Aaron Gordon only because his hustle has been so good for them. Like, Gordon is really, really good at getting offensive rebounds, at getting defensive rebounds, at filling in as a small center for them when they needed it, at making plays. Like, I think he gets what they need there, and it's just hustle, rebounding, and defense. And he fills everything else when it comes to plays. Like, he fills the dunker spot well for them. With Julius Randle, I feel like he just really needs the ball a little bit more than, like, what you would give Aaron Gordon. And with a Jamal Murray, Jokic-led team, I think you need an Aaron Gordon where it's like, okay, like he can go anywhere. If you need him to use the ball, like you can give it to him and he'll do it if you ask him to. But it's not like he's going to demand the ball.
I agree. I agree with you 100%. I still think Julius Randle's a better basketball player, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you 1,000%, though. Everything you said, I think, and what Pierre said too. Aaron Gordon was killing in the playoffs last year. That man had me shook in the playoffs last year. But
he scared you. I know he did.
Get the fuck out of me, bro. I swear that game one when he hit that game winner, I was sitting with my pops, and Chet missed the free throw. And I looked at my dad and I was like, we just fucking lost this game. And Aaron Gordon wants to go and fucking net that shit. It was so awful. My number 13, this is where I had Scotty Barnes. I feel like we're in a really good tier right now of guys, but we're not talking about superstars yet, you know?
Yeah.
And I think MPJ, Porzingis, like to me, hey Ocho, how's it going? I think Scotty Barnes is like a better pure basketball player than MPJ. I think he does more at a good level. Michael Porter Jr. again could put the ball in the basket with the best of them. He could catch and shoot with the best of them. But Scotty Barnes probably does everything else better. And my favorite thing about shout out Ocho for the
subscription, bro. Thank you,
bro. I appreciate it. Scotty Barnes to me was a dude out of college. It's kind of crazy, bro. If you watch his FSU highlights, that man was full court pressing all game and being their best offensive player. You know, like you don't see shit like that. I would love to. I don't think we're ever gonna get that Scotty in the NBA, but I would love to see glimpses of that now that there's offensive players around him where he doesn't have to be the playmaker every night. He doesn't even have to fucking rebound every night. He doesn't have to be the scorer every night. We could see like Scotty Barnes coming into the league and getting molded into a straight defender would probably be like a top 5 defender of all time. But we just never got that from him. So I'm going to give my flowers to Scotty Barnes, and I hope he goes out.
Yeah, Scotty at FSU was crazy.
Insane, bro. He was so insane. I was literally – because he was drafted the same year as Giddey. I felt like he was like Josh Giddey, but with that defense, bro. Because Scotty at FSU was an amazing playmaker, too. He was a real-life dog. Real-life dog. What's your 12 looking like?
Yeah, just in case, I'm going to say my 12 and 11. Because you actually brought up a good point that makes me kind of want to switch to 12 and 11. At 12, I had Scotty Barnes. At 11, I had Michael Porter Jr. The reason why I had Scotty Barnes here was because, you know, Brandon Ingram is there now. And then you have IQ returning. And then you still have the RJ Barrett thing to work out. So I feel like it was like he's still going to rock out. Scotty Barnes is still going to do what he does. But I felt like Michael Porter Jr., you know, since it's clearly him and Cam as the two guys, I thought like that'd be the easiest dude who's gonna get points, even though it is gonna be empty stats sometimes. But I felt like that's gonna be better. But you talking about the fact that Scotty Barnes, like he was insane at FSU. Thank you for reminding me about that too. He was locking up. He was guarding people from full court. Maybe that's what he could return to this year. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I should switch to 2. But I don't know. I really feel like Michael Porter Jr. in Brooklyn is gonna be like nasty. Gonna be like insane.
If you switch to 2, Phil, I'm going to hold you to it, okay? Because if you switch to 2, then your list is an opportunity the way your other 3 lists were. Because your other 3 lists were about the dudes who are going to get the rock, and Michael Porter Jr. is going to get the rock. Scotty Barnes is a better basketball player, but Michael Porter Jr. might have the better box score this season.
Yeah, but hearing that defense part is like he could really mess things up where he could go back to what he was doing in that first 2 months where he was averaging like 3 steals and 3 blocks with 25 and 10 and 7 assists. That was nuts that first 2 months.
I could see him putting up sneaky like 3 steals, 3 blocks. And if someone's going to do that, I would probably bet on them. And if I'm going to bet on them, I'm going to use Boom Fantasy. Make sure you guys use code RTP for a risk-free bet up to $100. It's the easiest way to support our channel. Let me repeat that. It's the easiest way to support our channel. So scan that QR code, use code RTP if you are of age. Once again, it's the only betting platform where a 2-leg parlay on Sundays can cash you out 2,000 times your money. So shout out Boom Fantasy, the sponsor of the show. I'll give you guys my 12 and 11. This is a fun 12 and 11, you know, because both these guys are I'm not gonna say similar players, but these guys played together. At number 12, I have Bam, and at 11, I have Jimmy Butler.
Whoa.
Look, and again, this just goes to my list. I've always been going off of who's the better basketball player. And at no point when Miami was Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo was the better player. At no point. So I'm taking Jimmy. I want to give a huge shout out to Bam, but Bam hasn't progressed in a couple years. You know, we had that Olympics where Bam was shooting it, and everyone was saying, "Oh, Bam's going to come into the season shooting it," and he didn't shoot it. You know, so I'm not going to sit here and expect a huge Bam jump because there's more opportunity. If anything, I could see that from Superman, Kelly Ware. But I'm not going to sit here and glaze Bam. Jimmy, I think, is going to have a bounce back, and I think Jimmy's a better player. I expect some of that Jimmy takeover to come back this regular season.
Okay. I hope it does. Well, no, I don't hope it does because he's playing for the stinking Warriors. No.
Warriors.
I like Jimmy Butler, but no, I hate the Warriors. All right. So you said you're 12 and 11?
I want to ask chat really quick.
Okay.
What's a more valid ranking for Jimmy Butler? Where I have him or where Phil has him? Because I'm not shitting on you or nothing like that. But we're very separate on this, and I'm not mad at where you have him. But I have Jimmy at 11. Phil has Jimmy at 17. So you guys let us know in the chat where's a better spot for Jimmy Butler the third. I'll put some respect on.
They're gonna say 14. I know they will. They're just gonna meet us in the middle.
Well, because bro, it is a tough spot. Like I feel like it's hard for me to put Bam over Jimmy. Like that just doesn't feel right because of what we've seen in the past. Jimmy has that star power. He's proven it more than Scotty Barnes. Kristaps Porzingis and MPJ are 50-50 guys. And then everyone under them, it feels like, is a high-tier role player. And Jimmy Butler, I don't think is a high-tier role player. I think he's better than that. I'm iffy on Jimmy. And I think it's fair to be iffy on Jimmy after last season. Last season was abysmal. But I want to say, bro, like that Warriors offense, we have seen so many guys fail or not be able to fit in when they get – I mean, Andrew Wiggins, when he first got there, wasn't that good. It took Andrew Wiggins some time. We saw Chris Paul there, who's one of the smartest basketball minds ever. And he left after a season. D'Angelo Russell's another guy who thrived after Golden State, you know? Like, I think this system takes a little bit of time to learn. You can't figure that shit out in half a season. And I think Jimmy Butler is going to be able to figure that shit out easy. And they trade Draymond. Fuck Draymond. Yeah, 17-ish range is good. That's fair.
Yeah.
What's your number 10 looking like?
All right, here we go. Top 10. At number 10, this is where I have Jaren Jackson Jr.
At number 10, this is where I have Jaren Jackson Jr.
Oh, wow.
We're in the same boat.
Wow. Okay. Just telling you guys, we did not plan that.
We did not.
Right, so what are your thoughts on Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Jaren was a guy I wanted to put higher. Like, I really did because of the defense. And, bro, let's not forget how good he was to start the year last year.
Oh, yeah, he was very good.
To start the year last year, bro, he was like 1 of 1. His mid-range was damn near unstoppable. It's a 50-50 shot. You're not going to force him to miss. He's going to miss it or he's going to make it.
Yeah.
So that was cool with Jaren without Ja there. I just think the other 9 are in a different tier. I mean, maybe 9 is it. But the other 9, I think, are better basketball players than Jaren Jackson.
That literally was where I was at. Like, I did not expect him to score as well as he did. I think he was averaging like 22, 7, and 3 blocks or something like that. Or actually, I think it was 25, but Triple J hadn't played his stats because of the stat guys. I mean, we all knew that. AD should have won DPOY, but he was really, really good last year. Like, really good. The fact that he took the scoring duties from when Ja Morant was out, and he was the best player on the Memphis Grizzlies, and he was still like getting them into that play-in situation, like
without
Ja, really impressed me. That's why I had to include him in the top 10.
I also think what Pierre said, I don't know if that's true or not. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But Jaren's a guy that I'm not like thrown away by his stats, bro. You know, I feel like he's an eye test guy where when he's killing in the mid-range, he obviously blocks a lot of shots, but he deters a lot of shots. Dudes are scared to go up on him. Like, Jaren is an impact guy. He's AD. Yeah, I love AD too. We're going to get to AD. What's your 9 looking like?
All right. Different. At number 9, this is where I have Bam Adebayo.
Okay, I figured.
This is where I have Bam. I only have him over Jaren Jackson Jr. because I believe that he will be in his bag once again, playmaking wise, rebound wise, points wise. It's going to be iffy, but the fact that he has Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, Tyler Hero out there to move the ball to and also orchestrate the offense with him as well, I think that's going to be a very good offense for him. Very good.
I'm not
That's
mad at it.
pretty much all I got.
I think I take Jaren over Bam because I feel like their defense is similar and Jaren's offense impresses me more. But I'm not mad at it, bro. I want more for Bam, man. I feel like Bam was on this trajectory to be like a perennial defensive player of the year consistently. And was he even all defensive first team this year?
I don't think so.
Like that just doesn't feel right, bro. For what he was.
Actually, I don't even think he was second team.
Maybe he didn't play enough games or something like that.
I think he did. I just don't think he was doing that good because the Heat wasn't doing that good. The Jimmy Butler stuff was really affecting them.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was number 10 of the year, but he wasn't all defense.
Oof.
He had it 5 years in a row and just didn't get it last year. He played 78 games, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. But
I feel bad for him, bro.
I want more, bro. I want more from him. I want more. Bam is a better player than what he is, you know?
He is. He has something, bro, and he's gonna prove it. But that's the scary thing. He's 27 now.
Yeah. When Bam was on the rise, bro, I thought not the offensive player, but I thought he was gonna hit that AD level of defense, you know?
Oh yeah.
And he did for like maybe a season, 2 seasons, and then
it was 5 seasons.
5 seasons all defense, but I don't think he was an AD level defender.
Oh, my bad. All defense. Okay, my bad. I was reading the wrong thing. But he was top 5 defensive player for the longest time. I'll give him that. Top 5 is pretty decent.
But I like the impact of AD is just different. And we're going to get to him. I'm excited to get to him. But my number 9, this is where I had Julius Randle. I think we get that big jump from Julius Randle this year. I think he's an underrated offensive player. I think he's probably the second best or third best playmaker left on the list. The defense is cool, but he's a better fit next to Rudy. I love Bam, and I'm gonna show love to Bam. Hey, shout out KB on the TikTok chat.
Hey, okay.
I love Julius Randle, man, and I want more from Julius Randle. But I think our top 8 is the same.
Is it?
Not the same order, but the same players.
I think it should be, but I think we're gonna. Well, low key.
I'm surprised.
You know what? I think we might have the same order. I think we might. Except for one player. There's going to be one player we have in a different spot.
Real quick, shout out CTW Lucas for the TikTok follow.
Hey, thank you, sir.
I think we're going to be – actually, I think we're going to be pretty different on this. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
At number 8, though, this is where I had Pascal Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy that I wanted to have like a hot take about and put him top 3 and say he's going to show his worth this season and do all that. But the 7 guys above him are just straight better than him. I think Pascal Siakam is a guy that thrives off of playing next to Tyrese and playing next to a really great playmaker. I feel like when we had him in Toronto without Lowry and without Tyrese, obviously there was a lot to be desired there, and we're not getting that, you know? So I'm rooting for Spicy P. I'm hoping we get that big Spicy P season from the Beyblade, but like I wanted to put him over number 7 so bad, and I couldn't do it.
Oh man! So you said Pascal's at number 8?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
Huh?
I have Pascal at number 8.
Nice. Okay.
I have Pascal at number 8. Just like what you said, bro. Just like what you said. I think that Pascal Siakam is going to be in this bag next year because obviously he's going to be the main scorer on the Pacers. But the guys I have above him are just way better. Yeah. They are way better, and they are going to kill it. And I can't wait to talk about the next guy because I think he's going to crush it next year. I think he is.
We're definitely disagreeing on the next guy because –
oh, for real?
You wouldn't have said this about this guy. And you're not going to like this one. But at number 7, this is where I had LeBron.
I knew it.
I wanted to put Pascal over him so bad, and I couldn't get myself to do it. Just because LeBron's numbers were so good last year. But I think we get LeBron has been saying he wants to pass the torch since before they won the championship. You know, I think now he has Luka there. He could finally do it. He could take that back seat. I don't think he's a great defender. The offense is obviously great. It's LeBron, but everybody else does a little bit more on both sides, except one guy. But everybody else does a little bit more on both sides. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan. I do think a lot of LeBron stats are inflated.
Damn.
I've been saying that though. I'll die on that hill. What's up, Noah King? I'll die on that hill. I don't care. But I think a lot of LeBron stats are overrated and overinflated. And that's where I'm at with Bron.
Well,
Bronny
Anthony,
over Bron on TikTok. That's a
this is gonna come to a surprise to you, but at 7, I have LeBron. I'm just playing no. I don't have LeBron there. Hell no. That's not bad. I think what you're saying is pretty valid besides the inflated stats, but I'm not mad at you for putting him there. And he's also winning, so
my bad for cutting you off. But Bron's stats just don't move me, bro. My whole thing with LeBron and Luka, right? Is and honestly, a lot of these Laker LeBron teams, other than the championship year, a lot of motherfuckers we know were saying LeBron and AD are top 5. So if you have 2 top 5 players, why the fuck are you a 6 seed? Why are you not
talking about all time?
I'm talking about the last 5 years, other than 2020 when they won the championship. But I just feel like if LeBron is that great right now currently, which he doesn't have to be. He's done everything. He's 40. He doesn't have to be this. He doesn't have to be the best player in the world now, LeBron fans. LeBron is so great. Shout out LeBron. Go out there and cook. You're 40 and you're still the 7th best power forward in my eyes. If LeBron is a top 3 player at his position and Luka is a top 2 player at their position, why the fuck are the Lakers not looked at as contenders this year? That's how I feel on it.
I feel you. I have them higher, obviously, but
I know.
We'll get to it.
I see your hat. I know where you.
Just for the record, I'm a Laker fan, not a LeBron fan. I'm a Laker fan.
Real shit.
All right, at number 7, this is where I had Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is pretty low, but I just think the guys are going to be better above him. Defensive Player of the Year this year had one of his
claim
best.
Defense.
Huh? I do, but I just feel like the other guys are going to be really, really so much better. So much. But that doesn't take away from the fact that I have him top 10 on the power forwards list, and Evan Mobley is a great defensive player. His offense got better, but I still feel like he is still just the defensive lockdown of the Cavaliers. And I think he's going to turn back into that with Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. Look, Donovan Mitchell is going to go insane. I know it. He's going to go insane. Last year, he didn't do that well. I think he averaged, 22, 4
No,
and 4?
Don't do that.
He averaged 22, 4 and 4.
But that's box score. He could have put up 30 if he wanted to, but he let everyone get involved.
But that's what I mean. I think Donovan Mitchell's going to control. He's going to take control. He's going to go insane.
Because he was a better facilitator last year. He had, honestly, Donovan Mitchell, to me, had his best season ever. Because he didn't average. Really? You can look at the stats, and the stats will say he didn't average 27. But we know he could put up 40. We saw it back-to-back nights in the playoffs. You don't have to do that every night to win basketball games.
Oh, yeah, it was 24.
If you look at Kobe, when he won the finals, bro, he stopped being when you need the guy, he'll turn into the guy. But you got to get everyone else involved, and Donovan Mitchell did that at a great level. But
also, you're forgetting Kobe was one of the best two-way players of all time. That's the reason why Kobe was so great.
I'm not comparing them. I'm saying offensively, it's hard to win games offensively when your team's not involved. When it's just you. When it's just Kobe. When it's just Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell did that with being the guy, just putting up all the shots. But I think he realized to win as many games as they did last year, he needs to backseat. And we've seen so many Donovan Mitchell games last year where he kicked it into high gear. When they need him to, he will. But you don't got to do it every night, bro. Darius Garland can have a night. Evan Mobley can have a night. Back to Mobley, though, bro. For the best defensive player in the world to be number 7 feels wrong at his position. We're not even talking about overall. Right?
Wait, you talking about overall on the list, or you talking about?
I'm talking about For him to be number 7, because you have him number 7, right?
Yeah.
For him to be number 7 and the best defensive player in the world feels wrong.
I just think this other guy's actually going to do really well. I think this other guy, or just everybody above him, is going to do better. But I still have him 7. I feel like it's still hard to be like here at 7 compared to the other guys above.
Can I ask you, and I feel like we've done this every time, but like why? Like what? I get the other guys are going to do well, but are the other guys better basketball players than Evan Mobley? Are the other guys going to be able to put up more shots?
There's a couple that are better defensive players in my eyes a little bit.
There's 2 that I think you could argue.
Yes. I will say 2 of them. The other guys are just crazy scorers. Crazy. And I think the guy I have above him is really going to do like that well.
Okay. Well, let's do number 6 then. I want to hear your 6.
Did you say your 7?
My 7 was Braun.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Okay,
At number 6, this actually comes as a shock to me, but I just really do think this guy's going to play better and be healthy. I'm going with Zion Williamson.
But
I just feel like Zion Williamson is going to prove me wrong because in the last couple of years I've had him low, and I just think this has to be the year. I think this has to be the year. And he, like, we've seen him, like, what was it? He had like a 22, 10, and 10 triple-double. He's had 30 points with 6 rebounds, 6 assists, but he's also insane driving in. He takes so much force, like going, it's nuts. And I feel like we're getting that Zion back, but healthy, playing 70 games this year.
70 feels like a lot.
Hey, this man just played 30 or 40. I gotta give him some grace.
I hope this is the Zion year, man. I hope this is the Zion year where he plays, and it feels like it has to be. If he doesn't, then I'm ready to move on from him. As a guy, you remember in high school? You remember in high school when I'd run around the classroom and we hit the Zion?
Yes, I remember, and I'm still sad that Zion has still been like, oh, he's so good. Next thing he's out and hurt. Oh, he's so amazing. Then he's out and he's hurt for the rest of the time.
He always does that, bro. Where he comes back, they hype up the comeback. He plays cool, and then when everyone stops talking about him, he starts averaging 40.
You know what really gave me pain, but also joy, because I was a Laker fan watching this game? When we played them twice, and then he dropped 40 on both LeBron and AD, and then he has to leave the game because he's hurt again. And then he's out for 8 weeks.
Just a casual 40, and then I'm going to go take some nights off.
How old is he? He's 25. How are you this hurt at 25 this much, bro? Just give me a 70-game season. Just 70.
Because too many beignets and porn stars, bro. You worried about the wrong shit.
He played 30 games last year.
70 is high, bro.
Well, he actually did have a 70-game season, 2023-24. So, okay.
Did he really? That's like 2 years ago. That feels crazy.
No, I didn't even know.
Was that the year he averaged 27?
No, that was the year he averaged 23.
Okay. Shout out Zion, man. Shout out Z Will. That's probably his all-star year then.
Yeah.
Number 6, this is where I had my guy. It pains me to put him here, but Chet I had just outside the top 5.
Oh.
I love Chet to death. I think Chet is like the highest tier of role player power forward there is, but I couldn't put him higher than 6.
Was it because he's playing next to Jalen Williams and SGA, or what's up?
For me, these other 5 guys, I would trust more. To like, if I'm building a team for next season, I would pick these other 5 guys over him. Chet, again, amazing defender, amazing like role player type of offense. He could create for himself too, underratedly. But again, I think these next 5 guys I could use as a cornerstone for a team. Chet, I feel like, is a high tier Robin.
He's
the highest
tier Robin. Man. He's unbelievable.
But maybe I forgot shit. There's 2 guys that I agree. One guy's gonna make a jump. The other guy is a guy. And then I got 3 of the best defenders in the world. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
And it sucks Bam can't be up there with those guys.
It really does.
Fuck off. What's your 5?
At number 5, this is where I have Paolo Banchero. This is where I got my boy Paolo.
Dude, you're still a LeBron believer, and I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold you to it, bro. Because if the Lakers got all this, man, and they come out as a 5 seed, we gotta have some Convos, bro.
Hey, people have been saying for years LeBron is gonna fall off, and Brody's still playing amazing for his age and just overall IQ wise, all around. He's still an amazing player. So I'm still going like where I have him. I'm gonna keep him there.
Let's talk about Paolo, and I can't wait to. Yeah, I feel like I know where you have him too.
You probably know where I have him. You know where I have him.
What's your thought? Talk about Paolo.
All right. Paolo Banchero, bro. This Orlando, I just got a good feeling about Orlando. And it's not just because they got Desmond Bane over there. It's because Paolo finally has a floor spacing Desmond Bane, and he has.
So it's because they got Desmond Bane over there.
You know what? Yeah, it's because they got Desmond Bane. It's because they got Desmond Bane, bro. I just didn't want to brag about it. I really do think that spacing that Desmond Bane is going to provide him is going to be enough for Paolo to do what he needs to do. Because he doesn't need to do the all around stuff. He just needs to be a scorer that can get some rebounds, that can get some assists, that can get some like maybe one steal and one block a game. I'm not going to go crazy with his defense. He just needs to go out there and score, and he's going to have so much room to do it. Whatever happens with Franz Wagner and him, like it may play into the effect of that, but I still feel like Paolo is the man, the alpha, the machine on that Orlando Magic team. And that's like I love Evan Mobley, but I see Paolo better. I see Paolo way better in that aspect.
Because you're a fake defense fan.
Apparently. Defense though.
No, I have Paolo up too. Mm-hmm. I just feel like Paolo does have those stretches where he does disappear. Yeah. Great defensive players, it doesn't matter if they disappear for me. You know, and I agree with the spacing thing. Desmond Bane does help a lot, but I still don't think they have enough around him unless Jalen Suggs shoots the way he did 2 years ago, which I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. Hopefully it is. But, man, if they find a way to get Miles Turner or something like that with Desmond Bane, that shit would be cooked because Paolo is pretty unguardable with space. We just haven't really seen that in the NBA yet. Shout out Paolo, man.
Let's hope Wendell Carter Jr. can do, like, some crazy stuff. Let's hope he can at least space the floor consistently.
It's a little late to hope anything for that guy, bro. Chicago fans are hoping for years, bro. I mean, it's just good for 9 rebounds. That's all.
Well, didn't they trade Wendell early?
They traded him for Vooch.
I think they traded Wendell early. I think they did.
He was there 2 years. Let's look it up.
Because Wendell was playing really pretty good for Chicago at the start.
Pierre be trying to give everyone their injury excuses, bro. I don't play that.
I can't keep doing the injury card. I cannot.
I can't, bro, because if that's the case, then we could start calling him injury prone and throw him outside the top 10. I don't give a fuck. I got Paolo on my list. Don't get me wrong. But Paolo does have his disappearing stretches. We've seen it hurt. We've seen it healthy. When Paolo is at his A game, he's probably the number 3 power forward in the league. But we just don't – he's not at his A game all the time, and that's cool. We've seen many players who are inconsistent, you know? And that's what separates a great player from an all-time player. You know? As a Shea fan, I know about consistency.
Yeah. I was just thinking I need basketball to start, bro. I need to watch these games, man. I need to see some Orlando Laker – OKC, Houston basketball because I need to see them going in. I got a good feeling about Orlando. I got a really good feeling.
I got to see how much League Pass would be if I put it on the Run the Play account for both of us. I got to look into that. Okay. I'm going to look into that. I'll look into it before the season starts. I'll give you a private message about that. My number 5. This is where I had Z Will. Shout out. Okay. Me now. Yeah, shout out Zion, man. I think he's like the most efficient scorer in basketball when he's healthy because he doesn't take shots further than 3 feet away from the rim. But I'm excited to see a healthy Zion. It has to be the year where he's healthy. And if he's not healthy, bro, I'll do what I did with LaMelo and I'll be off of him. That's it. Yeah. That's where I'm at. We'll give him the high rating now. If he's hurt, cool. I'll never do this shit again. You'll never be top 10, my brother. I promise you that. You can stuff a beignet in there. Enjoy that shit. Enjoy that shit.
You can watch Princess and the Frog while he doing it.
Watch Princess and the Frog and eat some gumbo, bro. I'm a leave. I am not gonna put you top 10 ever again. But shout out Zion, man. Healthy Zion is that guy. I'll watch your Duke tape. You can watch Princess and the Frog. I'll watch your Duke tape.
Oh man,
You can
Duke
listen to
Zion
some
was nuts.
Lil Wayne, and I'll watch your Duke tape.
Oh man, Zion, please just be healthy this year, please, bro.
Facts.
All
Healthy
right,
Zion is so fun to watch, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, at number 4, this is where I got my boy, Chet Holmgren. This is where I got. He's gonna be so good this year, bro. He's gonna be so good. I'm so hyped for Chet because Jalen Williams, he did his thing. When Chet went down, he stood on business. He played every position they needed him to play, especially when they needed him to play the 5. But with Chet coming off a championship, he's going to be so elite. Because remember what happened in those first 3 games when Chet was playing, especially when they played Denver? Oh, my gosh.
Killer.
Tell me that dude isn't number 2 power forward if that's the same like Chet throughout the rest of the season. Tell me now.
And we got to remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is technically Chet's 3rd year he's going into, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to get him right. I'm honest, Paolo only disappeared after his injury, and when he was finally fully healthy, he was actually playing fine. Now with Ben on the team, he's going to have so much more spacing. You're wrong, though, Pierre, because he would play fine, and then he would, drop, and then he would play fine, and then he would drop. Again, top-tier Paolo is top-tier in the world. I'm cool with it. But that inconsistency is what separates for me personally. Now, I'm not going to say nothing about this Chet pick because I love it. And you're bold as hell for putting Chet over Paolo. I don't have the balls to do it, but shout out you for doing it.
I think Chet's going to be that good.
Hey, I'm cool with it. I'm not mad. No complaints from the Thunder fan. My number 4 is Paolo. Again, you can say I'm hating on Paolo. I got Paolo 4. I'm showing him love. I think he is going to make that jump. I just need to see more consistency from him. And that's the only thing he's missing in his game for me to put him in this tier with the top 2 guys, because the top 2 guys to me are in a tier of their own. But offensively, Paolo Banchero is one of those guys who's just going to get you the bucket. Like, you watch him take a shot, and that shit looks nasty, and he makes it. You know, like, his game is so ugly. I would like to see him simplify it and get some easier shots, but he makes the tough ones, bro. He could average 35 if he was getting easy shots, though. You know what I mean? But yeah, Paolo, shout out Paolo.
I love watching him play, man. I love watching him play.
My favorite game was the Sacramento game, bro.
Oh, wait.
He's killing everybody, bro. He was just unstoppable. He fucking lands on Goga's foot, I think. He's
I remember that. What did he say? He was like, oh. And I was like, dang.
And then he went back to killing.
Yeah.
He was just killing that night, bro. That was like a fun night. I think that was a random ass. That might have been like a Sunday morning game or something like that.
I always keep forgetting that Paolo's 6'10" also.
He's big, bro.
He's 6'10".
That's why when I watch him, I'm like, man, all of your shots look so tough. Go get a fucking easy one, dog. He works his ass off for every fucking bucket, bro. You know, that with that spacing, I can't blame him. I'm not gonna lie. He playing with the Rec. So he playing with the LA.
He playing with randoms.
Yeah, bro. All right, now we're in the top 3. If you have LeBron not here, I'm gonna be a little peeved. I'm not gonna lie.
If I don't have LeBron here, what you mean?
I mean, if LeBron is higher than 3, I'm gonna be like, you're tripping.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
I'll give mine first. We'll wait.
Okay.
I'll give mine first. My number 3 is Evan Mobley. I'm gonna put shouts on. I think the best defensive power forward in the world. I think last season he showed he was the best defensive player in the world. Remember, they tried to take that fucking D point from him and give it to Draymond. They were glazing Draymond near the end of the year.
That was terrible.
And to the point where Draymond started being the betting favorite. They were saying Draymond Green is going to win Defensive Player of the Year, and I thought that was fucking ridiculous after the full season we saw from Evan Mobley. So I got to give him the credit, as I think the defensive shit, like, again, his offense is good. It's not great. It's not amazing. He's not going to carry you offensively. but his defense is good. I mean, his defense is elite. His offense is good. That's enough for me. I think elite puts you there. These next two guys, though, I think they have elite on both sides, and that's why I got them there.
Mm-hmm. All right. And number 3, this is where I have. Yeah, I'm just playing now. This is where I have LeBron.
Okay.
This is where I have LeBron.
Okay.
Only because
respect.
I know that this man is old. I know that it's tiring for people to hear over and over again that, oh, LeBron's top 3, LeBron, like he shouldn't be. But like, as a Laker fan, a true Laker fan, I'm trying to be the most unbiased like Laker LeBron fan here.
You be lying though, bro.
No, let me get into it. All right. The team last year, we had that lineup was the most annoying lineup, but it somehow still worked to be 3rd place in the league. Adding a DeAndre Ayton, who now is a true center that can, I'm not trying to knock AD though, just a true center that gets rebounds. That's his mission, gets rebounds. And then you have a point guard that can now shoot threes for sure. Those are good weapons for a power forward version of LeBron. Luka.
Okay.
Luka. Yeah. Austin Reeves at the 2-2. That's some good floor spacing there as well because he's a good 3-point shooter too. But LeBron at the 4 is where he's best at. Like they try to play him at the 3, which is why I'm still nervous that Rui is still there. But he is for sure the 4. And having weapons like that, especially with DeAndre Ayton and Luka next to you, that is the only reason why I'm thinking LeBron is still going to be LeBron. He's still going to make plays. He's still going to get some rebounds, but that's going to be Aiden's job now, which gives him more energy to conserve. And he's still going to get his points. I don't know if it's going to be more than 25, but even if he's just giving me 25, 7, and 7, like the fact that I could even just say that naturally, where it's like, oh, LeBron can easily average 25, 7, and 7. That's nuts. That's insane. I don't know how crazy it's going to be on defense. I don't think he's going to be really that good of a defensive player, but he's going to be decent.
He's a bad defender, bro. But not when he wants to lock in and sit in that chair, he does. But he be falling asleep so damn much, bro. He be taking Zans, bro.
He's ready for retirement.
He is, bro. He be sleeping, bro. He's in hibernation. My argument against it, bro, again, I just think if you look at team success, and I get they were the 3 seed, bro, but they were not in that tier of a team with 2 top. As a Thunder fan, right, I watched Russ and KD take Roberson, Dion Waiters, fucking Alex Abrines, like teams with these guys and turn them into contenders because we had 2 top 3 players at their position. I don't think the Lakers have that because they're not contenders. They're not. There's 3 teams in the NBA who won 60 games last year. I know the Celtics will be out of that picture, but I still think that the Thunder and the Cavaliers will win 60-plus games next season. I think the Nuggets could get in that conversation too. I think I'm off of Houston as a team. I'm not seeing the hype anymore, honestly. I think we're starting to put them in a tier that they haven't proven they're in yet, you know? But if the Lakers go out there and they're the 1 seed, 2 seed, and they look amazing, I'll eat my words, bro. You know I'm not ashamed to do that. I'll say I'm wrong when I'm wrong.
I'm the same way.
I just think if dudes are saying Luka's this guy, Luka's in the shades here, Luka's the best player to never win an MVP, and LeBron James is a top 3 power forward in basketball today, this team should be in contention. Yeah,
they should. That's my expectation for them this year. They should be in contention. They should be. We should be in the Western Conference Finals. Okay. That's where I'm expecting. We should be. Anything lower than that, it's what do you want to say? A knock? A failure? Yeah, I'll say a failure.
Okay. All right. If that's where you're at, I think I'm just in a different boat because I wouldn't put them in that. I think they are at most a second round team for me. But I'm not mad at you either because I think other than the Thunder, and I would clear cut put the Nuggets over the Lakers. Everything else in the West kind of feels like it could fall any which way. Yeah. I am excited, and before we get into the top 2, I'm glad we have the same top 2. I'm excited for the Timberwolves next season. Like I feel like the last 2 years they've had their playoff success. We haven't seen a great regular season from them, but I don't think there's really an excuse for them to have a bad regular season this year because you have a full season with Julius Randle, with DiVincenzo. I know they lose Nikhil, but who really gives a fuck? You know, like Nikhil is a great player. Don't get me wrong. You miss a guy like that in the playoffs, But in the regular season, I don't think it's going to be like, oh, they're going to lose 12 more games because they lost Nikhil. I think they're going to be a better team next year. I could see them being the 3 seed next year. Memphis, we're hoping New Orleans is healthy. It's pretty competitive next year. Clippers.
What who do they have in place of Nikolai Alexander-Walker now? Because I know their starting line is going to be Mike. You know what? A point guard. I'm just going to say a point guard, but a point guard. Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. But who do they have on their bench now?
No, pure. I love Nikhil. Yeah. I feel like they just signed someone. Like the last couple of days. Shout out DSJ too for getting an NBA contract, by the way.
Is he talking to me? Wait, did my QBs get hurt?
Mr. Draft Yed to hurt. Oh, I was talking to me because I drafted 2 hurt QBs.
Oh, that sucks.
Jack got stupid ass rules in his league where I can't fucking pick up free agents to fill in the spot. No, I'll send shots to the boy. I auto drafted. I was at Lucille's last night, and the reason I said Zion's eating gumbo is because I was eating gumbo yesterday. I mean, if that's where we at, you know.
I want some gumbo, man. This we should name this the gumbo episode. Screw it.
This is the gumbo episode.
I love gumbo.
Terrence Shannon will hopefully make that jump. I could see Jalen Clark making a jump next year because Jalen Clark looked really good. Not like Nikhil jump, but he could play that Nikhil role, right? Because he was
not as good as Nah did. There were a lot of.
That was good. I'm not saying that. But last year, Jalen Clark shot 43% from 3, and I feel like his minutes started to ramp up a little bit. He didn't get no playoff burn though. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, like that's why I'm feeling like them missing Nah is really gonna hurt him because when he came in, he was nuts for them. Like I know he was probably just averaging 9 or 11 points per game, but those were some important 9 or 11 games, especially when he went off. Like that's why I really wanted the Lakers to get him because. It wasn't just that he was scoring, he was good on defense. He was very good defensively on the perimeter. So I love Terrence Shannon Jr. I hope that he goes off for them because I like him as a player, but I don't know if he's going to have that same impact as Nah.
I don't think he is either, but I could see a combination of him and Jalen Clark maybe providing that. And DiVincenzo, remember, he started off, bro. He didn't hit 3
I forgot about DiVincenzo, man.
3 months. I'm stretching. But DiVincenzo's a guy. Like, I'm a guy, I'm not really high on Dillingham. I'm glad I thought I saw they signed Bones, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, they did. They signed Bones.
Bones is a guy that I like, too. I think Bones is like Rob Dillingham's ceiling. So, like, I think that'll be a good help as well. But,
Rob Dillingham's ceiling.
I'm guessing your number 2 is AD, your number 1's Giannis.
Oh, yeah. Easy money.
I'm in the
Easy
same
money.
with you. All right. We don't got to do too much about this. Let's talk about Trae Young.
Yep. Let's get this over with real quick. You want to explain what the hell happened this week, bro? What?
I'll pull it up. On Twitter, we obviously saw what happened with Trae Young, right? When Patrick Beverley chirping at him, and then Trae Young went out there and responded. Well, I seen the notification about the Pat Bev tweet, right? So I decided to go and respond. Trae Young, 713 playoff points. Pat Bev, 581 playoff points. 9 playoff appearances for Pat, 3 for Trae Young, right?
Golden tweet, by the way.
Thank you.
Golden tweet.
I did my research.
Thank you.
I got it out pretty quick. I got it out like within like 2 minutes or something like that. That tweet got 177,000 views on Twitter. So we lit. We up. They seeing our shit. Who calling my phone? Tell me why motherfuckers in my mentions defending Patrick Beverley.
That's what shook me.
Why are people defending that man?
They're defending a career 8-4-3 dude. 8-4-3.
I tweeted. I responded. Someone did that where they defended Pat, and I responded to the tweet. Every team in history would rather have Trae Young than Patrick Beverley.
Yep.
And someone responded, well, the Thunder actually. I'm like, bro, as a Thunder fan, we could not shoot the fucking ball last weekend. I would murder Phil. I would unalive, because we're on the internet, Phil, for Trae Young. I would do anything for that man. And then everyone's like, oh, bro, you have to think about roles, bro. We can think about roles. Patrick Beverley comes off the fucking bench, and Trae Young's a fucking all-star. Trae Young said it best, bro. Patrick Beverley should keep his name out of his mouth because it's not even the same conversation, bro.
Yeah, like, and did you have anything else to say? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Bro, I know I've hated on Patrick Beverley. I know, like, I hate Patrick Beverley. When I saw him in Laker purple and gold, I thought that was the stupidest like decision we ever made, especially when we had Russell Westbrook still there, and then we got Dennis Schroeder. The fact that people are defending him, I don't know if it's because they like his personality and they're just like, oh, I love the fact that he talks tough. Like maybe he really could take these guys out. You guys forget, and I love that somebody posted on Twitter that Russell Westbrook interview where he said, Pat Beverley, trick y'all, man. Because he literally does. That's like when people were trying to say he is such a good defensive player. How many 40-point games has he let players drop on him? How many? When he got switched to LeBron had a 35, 10, and 10 game. When he got switched to James Harden dropped 42, 10, and 10. When he got switched to Russell Westbrook, who people hated, still, even with the Rockets, he's still at a 21, like 5 and 7 game. Like, Patrick Beverley is just an annoyance. He's not the stopper you think he is. That's why when people are trying to defend him, I'm like, if you switch Trae Young, I get it. Defense, he's probably getting shown up, but he's still gonna get that guy 30 points with 11 assists. He could do that. He can do that. When has Patrick Beverley ever done that? I'm gonna look at this real quick. I'm gonna look at when has he ever even dropped 30?
No, Patrick Beverley.
His career high is 26.
Patrick Beverley in college, though, bro, if you go watch his highlights, he looks like a different player. But he got hurt, and then he played somewhere else. Trey Cook's Pat Bev says, I don't think – I disagree kind of with you, Pierre. I don't think Trey's a good defender, but I agree. I don't think it's, like, because of him. It's because he's little, bro. Yeah. Look, we could read some of these comments, too. Someone commented number 1 option versus number 4 or 5. Unfair comparison. Doesn't diminish the role Pat Bev had in each game. Pat Bev's role was the 4th or 5th option. Trae Young's role is the number 1 option. So what the fuck are we talking about? Someone said
it's not real.
People were like, you're talking about playoff points, talk about playoff wins. Trae Young, as the number 1 guy, was in the conference finals. Pat Bev, as the 4th or 5th, I think he was coming off the bench guy, was in the conference finals. So Trae Young's impact, someone's like, Trae Young gives up more points than he puts up. Pat Bev don't put up no fucking points. Pat Bev don't stop people, bro.
You know what's also funny? Patrick Beverley was subbing in for Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson was starting on the Clippers. Reggie Jackson was starting. He was starting. And it's not like he was bad. He was playing good for the Clippers, but Reggie Jackson was starting. And then you go to you go to the Rockets. There were times when he was even coming off the bench for after a little while. You take him over. What did he do? He went to the Flippers, started for a bit. Even Blake Griffin. It was at the point where Blake Griffin was taking the ball up. That's how bad Patrick Beverley was at playing point guard. I remember the game. I watched him play the Toronto Raptors. Blake Griffin was taking the ball up.
Don't diss that version of Blake, bro. That version of Blake was so nice, bro.
Oh, he was good. But the fact that you need to rely on Blake Griffin to bring the ball up over Patrick Beverley says everything. Then you go over what team did he go to after the Flippers? He went to the Minnesota. He had his fun times there, lost in the first round. Then he goes from Minnesota to the Lakers. You saw how bad he was. I can't believe we started him over Russ. I still can't believe it. He missed a whole bunch of wide open layups whenever LeBron dimed it to him, talking about he's being used as a spoon. How about you get a spoon and freaking put the ball in the hoop, bro? Then what team did he go to after? The Milwaukee Bucks? He couldn't do anything there. He was coming off the very deep bench for the Bucks. And then he goes to the actually, I think he was overseas after that.
Shout out Pat Bev. He's just not the dude he thinks he is, bro. And everyone's saying unfair comparison. Guess what, Phil? I didn't go out and tweet Trae Young's points versus Pat Bev's points, like, just for fun. Patrick Beverley made the fucking comparison. He fucking did it.
That was so bad, bro. He said, don't talk to me, win more.
The word? part was when I tweeted Patrick Beverley's teammates, like on Basketball Reference, and I tweeted Trae Young's. Someone was like, "Don't hide Trae Young's teammates' stats." Who? Who's Bogdanovich is 12? Kevin Herter's 14? John Collins gave you 20. I'll show the stats.
Twitter's got it, bro. Twitter's got it. Twitter's got it.
No, you know what? This fucked me up though, and now this is off the conversation. This shit made me kind of feel old, bro. Like, I'm not, bro. I've seen conversations on Twitter, 2 of them, where it's stuff that I feel like happened in recent basketball history, and these kids don't remember it, bro. The later one, right, was Kobe.
Yeah.
I don't know how Kobe got brought up in this conversation. I think it was like lack of teammates. But someone was like, well, Kobe won 2 rings, and the only help he had was Pau Gasol and Jeremy Lin. I was like, Jeremy Lin, bro? Do you remember Lakers Jeremy Lin? Kobe.
Did you just say Jeremy Lin?
Yes, bro. And look, I'm not going to sit here and say that team was amazing, but Kobe had good players on that team. We got Lamar Odom. We got Artest. Those are all guys better than Jeremy Lin, to say the least. Derek Fisher. Powell. Bynum. We talking about fucking Jeremy Lin in 2025 like he's helped? Jeremy Lin hasn't been helped since 2011, fucking that one 12-game span.
That's when you know they didn't watch the games then, because everybody knows after 2012, any player that was on that Lakers team was not good.
Sorry.
Jeremy, they're talking about the team. I think we only won like 20 games that year. What are we doing? I don't know. The big thing I want to talk about too is I hate having basketball conversations on Twitter, unless it's with Appreciate Greatness, unless it's with you, unless it's with actual people who know how to actually talk about like what they're seeing on the screen, not just go back and be like, oh, well, you know what? If you upgrade Patrick Beverley's per 36 to Trae Young's regular stats, he could technically kind of get close to him, which means he's the best role player of all time compared to Trae Young, who's never won a stinking ring. What logic is that? That's what I mean. There's so many conversations like that happens on Twitter. Why do I even argue anymore? Why? It's just like you can just it's entertainment at this point. It's people who don't watch games. So I encourage you all, please watch games, because if you are going to try to compare, if you're going to even try to say Patrick Beverley's defense outweighs Trae Young's offense,
that's just idiotic, bro.
That it's more insane than idiotic. And one comment I do want to bring up too. I'm so sorry. This really irks me. Somebody tried saying that Trae Young never steps up in the big moments compared to Patrick Beverley locking up in clutch moments. Somebody, like, I loved it. Somebody played the clip of him shooting a 3 over the Celtics to win that game in the playoffs.
Facts, Pure.
What are we? I don't understand the logic, bro. I just don't understand what they see. Because I've seen Patrick Beverley for years. He is not that good. He's small too. He's small and people still score over him. So what are we comparing?
I like Pat. I think Pat's a good defender. But there's just conversations, bro. There's like levels to this shit, bro. It's the number one thing. Wait, what's Pure stressing about?
He probably didn't hear he probably is just now hearing the part where I was like, oh, Trae Young shooting over the Celtics or something like that.
Oh, okay. Look, another comment that pissed me off, right? That made me feel old. Someone was like, bro, when Trae Young made the conference finals, his only teammates were old-ass Lou Williams and Gallinari. Like, that shit made me feel old. How the fuck do you guys not remember? That shit was 4 years ago, bro. And these are the dudes that y'all be losing your mind talking to on Twitter. I be trolling, bro. All I do is just troll, bro.
I'm just over it, bro. Right when I hear something stupid, I just instantly don't care. If we're having a serious, like, going back and forth, like, actually talking about like if I know you and know you know basketball, it's different. But for randoms, bro, it gets so annoying. Twitter is something else, man. Twitter is something else.
This is a funny one. Tony Rome says, if I'm building a team, I'm choosing Pat over Trae. All the points, stats, and money don't mean shit If I want my team to win, you pointed out the obvious. He should have more points because of rules, but Trey will be another Melo and Harden at the end, wanting to finally compete. Can somebody tell me when Patrick Beverley competed? Because the only time I remember him competing was with fucking Harden, who this guy is shitting on in the tweet. Cubs of the dude, this is Trae Young in the clutch is what happened on the clutch is what was that about? GG was okay. He was middle.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying. Danilo
What are we doing?
It's stupid.
What are we doing?
You're still proving Pat's point goofy. He could score and assist all he wants, but if he doesn't win, then people are going to forget, like Pat said. If people forget about Trae Young, then they're damn sure going to forget about Pat Beverley. And I want to say something too really quick, bro. If y'all are the type of people who are just talking about winners all the time, right? I'm a dude where I'm making these GOAT conversations, and I think rings matter for shit like that, right? And the point of this discussion isn't to say Trae Young is the GOAT. But Trae Young is a dude you're not going to forget because of the moments, bro, not because of the wins. Tracy McGrady is remembered because he had 13 points in however many minutes. Reggie Miller is remembered because of his 9 points in whatever. These guys aren't winners. There's so many guys. Phil, real talk. If you go on Twitter right now, are you going to see more tweets about Tim Duncan or Kevin Garnett?
Oh, that's a good. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a good question because those two, I respect them, but I'll say Tim Duncan.
I would say Kevin Garnett because people got Kevin Garnett's dick in their mouth for some reason, and Tim Duncan is one of the biggest winners of all time. People aren't tweeting about Bill Russell anymore. They tweet about the moments. You tweet about the guys that are fun to watch.
You know what? The Kevin Garnett thing makes sense too because he does have like viral takes sometimes.
The moments. That's what I'm saying. They care about. No one gives a fuck about winning the way they say they do. If you cared about winning, you wouldn't be working about McDonald's right now. You wouldn't be working at McDonald's. I'm sorry. If you cared about winning that much, if you wanted to be great so fucking bad, put the fries in the bag. And I'm not knocking that shit. I would never knock that shit because I did that shit for 3 years. I'm not knocking that shit, but stop everybody acting like they're trying to be great all the time, bro. You just don't got it. You don't. I'm sorry. Be cool. It's cool to be good. You don't have to be great. Fuck.
But yeah, that was just bad to even try to compare Patrick Beverley with Trae Young. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
it's not a conversation.
I can't even remember a great thing from him besides the flopping and the going up on top of the thing when they won the playing game and celebrating like they won a chip. That's all I remember from him. I don't remember anything else. Maybe when he said to Stephen Curry, "Oh, these next 5 years are mine." Like maybe that's it.
And that's what Trae Young said, bro. Trae Young said, "You win a playing game and you hop on the fucking scorers table. I win a playoff game and it's on to the next." And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
that's
it's
cool. Mentality.
Have those, bro. That shit is fun. Patrick Beverley is not wrong for celebrating that, right? But don't go here and talk about one of the fucking, bro. Trae Young to me is the best offensive engine in the NBA. I don't think there's like, he just does so much. He's third all time in assists per game. He puts up 27, 30 a night, bro. I think the 3-point shooting is something that. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, Trae. Like you could be at that extra level if Trae Young's one of the best shooters in the league. But we've seen moments where Trae Young wasn't. You know, the floater is. I told you that Trae Young's floater is probably the best move in basketball. But Patrick Beverley, what the fuck does he do other than this? Sit on the bench and clap for your boys.
He's just an annoyance, bro. He's just an annoyance.
I got a couple other things.
All right, go for it.
Pure pitched in the thank you, Pure. I appreciate it. Pure pitched in the Discord chat today. 2021 Trae Young or 2019 Damian Lillard? I was so pissed you said this in the chat, Pure, because I didn't want to have to do this. You know, I went with Dame because I felt like Dame was already in those conversations. And it felt wrong not picking Dame, right? But I feel like maybe in 3 or 4 years, we'll be talking about that Trae Young season differently.
So is this 2019, 2020 going into the bubble, or is this 2018, 19?
I don't know. Whatever the best Dame year was.
You know what? Low key, Dame was still going crazy at that time because that actually is low key a tough one because 2021 Trey was really good,
Different.
but 2019 Dame. Wait, was that the year they went on that quadruple overtime or something?
That was the bubble.
Okay.
2019 Dame averaged 30 and 8. I think box score, Trae Young is obviously going to stuff the stats more than
Mm.
any player in points and assists. But Damian Lillard, bro, it just felt different, bro. That shit just,
Dame was really nuts though, bro. And that's when he still had bunnies too.
yeah.
So low key, I might have to choose Dame on that one. I'm gonna go with Dame, 2019 Dame.
Okay, this is my last thing, and then we'll wrap up the show.
Got
And
you.
I'm curious what Pierre has to say about this too, because I was just playing 2K and I thought of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I know everyone says the sky hook, right?
Yeah.
I think the greatest, most unstoppable move in NBA history is the Dirk fade. Can you prove me wrong? I just don't think that move was stoppable against the best talent in the league. When Kareem was doing the skyhook, good on Kareem. The league was weak as fuck, you know. And I'm not talking about the Lakers with Magic. I'm talking about the Bucks. The '70s, I'll still shit on that era. That is the worst era in basketball. The '80s, shout out Magic and Bird, shout out those guys. The '70s is the only era I'll ever disrespect. I wouldn't even disrespect the '60s that bad. Dirk was doing that shit over Braun, Duncan, KG, winning MVPs. I gotta give him. I gotta give that Dirk fade the credit. So
That's a good comparison to be honest, because I want to say Dirk, but with Kareem, that shot because I feel like with the fade, you can contest that way more than a hook.
not
Only
Dirk's.
because only because with Dirk, you can still get in front of him. Like you still have a chance more, like I'll say a 5% chance more than stopping a skyhook where the ball is right here, his hands over here, and he could just throw it over you. Like that. And he's also jumping at the same time with it. Like I'm not saying that like it's ridiculous what you said. It's just that I feel like there is like a 5% chance you can stop a Dirk shot over a skyhook. Because
I
the
don't think
skyhook, that's hard to contest, man.
I'll say this. I don't think either you could really stop, if I'm being honest. But I like Dirk's because Kareem's, you got to get in the key. Dirk could do that shit from 15, 18 feet out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't really do that with the sky hook. But that's my argument. Super pointless conversation, but it was a thought I had.
That's a good thought, actually. That's a very good thought. You should post that.
Yeah, we'll give a little tweet. We'll give.
I think you should post that.
Okay. What are you doing the rest of your night?
I think the girls are about to start their volleyball game over at the college, so I was probably going to stop there, cheer on the Warriors, not the Golden State Warriors, the LPU Warriors, and probably play some 2K later. I was going to try to do a watch party for what's it called? Gen V Season 2, but I might do that over the weekend. I think that's going to be a weekend thing.
All right.
But yeah, what about you, boy?
I'll probably just play a little bit of my team. Maybe play college football. I've been lacking on that. Me and Christian are like 3 seasons in, so I gotta lock in, man. I fucking lost in the championship last time, so I gotta lock in. And my team, I just secured my first pink diamond.
Hey, so, okay.
If Ethan wants to play me, then I'm gonna play him. My team, bro. Ethan beat me last time. Me and Ethan played, bro. He had a buzzer beater against me.
Oh,
so I was pretty hot.
That must have hurt.
I got Gilbert Arenas pink diamond. Grinded out like some challenges to get him, and then I got Diamond Carlos Boozer too.
Come on now. I gotta catch up to you guys.
That's just fun, bro. It's not hard if you grind. Breakout. Breakout's the best mode in 2K right now. That should.
Not for you.
But yeah, I mean that's our night. Thank you guys.
You know what they should do with their night though?
What should they do?
They should like, subscribe, and follow Run the Play Network on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. Yeah. And make sure to hit that bell as well, bro. Yeah. Come on. We were here for you guys. We was talking ball. We got an elite power forwards list, both of us. And then we gave y'all a good talk about Trae Young versus Patrick Beverley. Y'all should be subscribing to this channel, bro. Y'all should be. So come on. Like, subscribe, and follow.
If they don't want to subscribe, Phil, what's another way they could support us? You know, put a little bread in our pockets.
You know what? They could Well, actually, you know what? I low-key forgot. I was going to say Discord. But
No,
they
no,
should
no.
also add the app, Boom Fantasy, and scan that QR code to get some risk-free bets going, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they should be doing right
Code
here.
RTP or scan the code up there. Get you a risk-free bet up to $100. On Sundays, you could get 2,000 times your money. 100 times 2,000. I don't do math. I do football. But make sure you guys sign up there today. Our next time you'll see us, I think I'm going to post a video tomorrow. Joseph recorded. So either that or on Sunday morning, I will be live doing my betting show before the football games start. Come chill with me, honestly. We don't even got to talk about bets. Just come catch a little vibe with me. But anyways, I have an RTP and ANT NHD above me. It's Philly Phil in the building. Thank you guys again. Phil covered everything. We don't got to do like, subscribe, follow. None of that. Phil, we got to run my team. We got to, once you get your team
I'm
up there,
down.
my
I'm
team.
down.
You know, the season's about to start. Let's get it in before the fucking season starts.
Hey, let's do it, bro. We might even have to stream that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys once again.
All right, take it easy.
I am